days changed anything about the way you view the Nationals or your relationship with the Nationals?
Never. I mean, I always feel good where I'm at. Like I always say, I'm always ready to play baseball and play as hard as I can out there. So, yo trataré de disfrutar lo más que pueda.
Juan, the last couple of days made you think, forced you to think about the possibility of playing for another team as soon as this year, and if so, how would you feel about that?
For me right now, I'm just concentrating about baseball. Can't do anything about it. I have my hands tied. I'm just gonna play as hard as I can, play baseball, and forget about anything else. I don't make the decisions. They take the decisions. If they want to make the decisions, I gotta just pack my stuff and go. But if not, I'm gonna keep playing baseball as hard as I can.
Has the trade situation just make it harder to do your job at all, just because of this added part to it?
I mean, here and there, you know, sometimes it can be a little bit in your mind, but you can blame that on your stats or anything that you can do in the field. At the end of the day, I just try to forget about everything outside for 3 hours and try to be the 12 years old I've been doing since, and play baseball as hard as I can and try to enjoy as much as I can.
How did you feel about it when the news came out with your contract situation?
Feels pretty tough, pretty frustrating. So I try to keep my stuff private. Don't try to throw stuff out there. But it feels really bad. But at the end of the day, we just got to keep playing. It don't matter what's happened.
Juan, I know you said that it's out of your hands at this point, but considering the teams that could possibly handle the contract and have the talent in the minor leagues, is there a destination that you would prefer, a franchise over the others?
I've been a National since day one. Why I should want to change? I've been here my whole life and my career. I just feel great where I'm at, and whatever the decision they make, I'm just gonna get comfortable in a couple of days. But at the end of the day, like I say, I don't control any of that. I'm just here to play baseball and play as hard as I can.
Looking at you as a guy to get them over the top, is that flattering?
I mean, depends what you mean with flattering. I mean, for me,
a lot of attention.
For me, I just try to forget about it. At the end of the day, they make the decisions. I play for the Nationals. That's my goal. That's my pace. Try to make the Nationals a winning team and try to be in the fight for another year.
Well, does the fact that the team is not as good and not competitive does any more factor into your thinking?
It's pretty frustrating, but at the end of the day, we're just trying our best. For me, I'm trying my best. I know those guys they're trying their best, and the thing just aren't going on our way. We're just gonna try to keep playing hard, try to figure out what's the pieces we're missing to be back on track and see what's happened next year.
What do you think of the future of the franchise? The ownership might change. You know, the team is for sale. The leadership of the team was unclear until recently. Like, what do you think of the rebuild and where things could go from here?
I mean, for the rebuilding, we first of all we got to know the new owner. Nobody knows the new owner, so for me, I just would love to get to know the new owner whenever they sell the team and see what is on his mind and see what we can do to help the team as much as we can with the GM and try to combine another really good team.
How much does that uncertainty factor in even in your own decisions about your own future? Like, is that a factor or nothing at all?
I mean, no, not at all. I mean, I'm 100% Nationals right now, so I'm not thinking about another team or anything like that. I'm thinking about the Nationals, what we can do as a Nationals to help the team as much as we can.
Juan, it's only been a month or two ago that the GM was very clear that you would not be traded. That obviously changed very publicly. Has anybody from the club talked to you about how that changed and why? Do you understand?
I mean, I don't know. I haven't talked to anybody to tell me how that changed or what was the mindset, but definitely it's like you say. A couple of weeks ago they were saying they will never trade me, and now all these things came out. It feels really uncomfortable. You don't know what to trust, but at the end of the day, it's out of my hands of what decision they make.
A lot of guys don't do negotiations during the season. Do you feel like that's something that you wish, a policy you would like to implement?
Probably yes. I would love to do that because it's very hard with all this stuff, and then try to make a winning team while you're doing a bunch of other teams. So for me, I would say I'm gonna talk with my people and see what we can do to help that out.
On at the plate now, how do you feel?
I feel amazing. I feel really good at the dish. I'm seeing the ball really well. Whenever I start hitting the ball to the other way, that's a good sign. So for me, I just feel great.
Juan, how would you feel about playing in New York if that's where the Nationals come to you?
Playing New York against the Mets, I love it. I love to play against them, hit the ball far. If you see my numbers in that field, it's just amazing. For me, against them, it's a great feeling.
What do you think about the short porch at Yankee Stadium too?
I never hit the ball over there. I have 2 homers there, but I never hit the ball that way. For me, it's another thing. Play against the Yankees is really cool. To hear the noise, just shut it down. It feels very well.
Juan, for as much as you are part of the Nationals, as you said, this is the only team you've known, the idea to play for a contender in the second half, because you've played in a lot of big games, must kind of excite you, that possibility.
For me, like I say, I don't ever think about it. You know, it's always nice to be in the playoff and in the fight to the playoff, but like I've been talking with my teammates, everybody got to go through the rebuild and stuff like that. And I think I'm going through mine, and I think we're gonna be fine for the next couple of years and see, first of all, see what the owner wants and see what we can do.
Juan, does the idea of free agency appeal to you, to have 30 teams to choose from?
Yeah, why not? At the end of the day, we wanna see how the market is gonna be for everybody.
You were traded before a new owners that you could meet them?
I mean, I won't be surprised if they already announced it. They can do it, and I can't do anything about it. I'm just gonna be here. Like I said, I'm just gonna keep playing baseball, play as hard as I can, and whatever decision they want to make, they're just gonna make it.
Like the weather in LA, the weather in San Diego is even nicer.
Sorry, what?
The weather here is good. The weather in San Diego is even nicer. How do you feel about that city?
Same weather. I don't know. It's what, 30 minutes, 40 minutes from here? I don't know. It's just a nice weather here and there. It looks very cool.
What's it been like playing with Albert Pujols for first time, last time?
It's gonna be pretty cool. I don't know if it's gonna be the last time, but it's been literally my first time playing with him, and I'm gonna try to take as much advantage I can take from him and see what can happen.
What did you think when you heard that he was being added to the All-Star team?
It's very cool. I mean, not only him and Miguel Cabrera too. It's just 2 legends of the baseball, and see they are Latin players, and it's guys that you see yourself in. And it feels pretty nice. The MLB do that to them, and we will see. I'm gonna try to take, like I say, as much advantage from them.
Hey Soto. I just talked to Turner. He's excited to be with you again, with Davey, with Schwartz. How does it feel to get the whole band back together?
It's just great. I mean, play against those guys, not only play to be in the clubhouse around and everything, it just feels amazing to be part of it and try to enjoy it as much as we can. It's just going to be a couple days, but I think these days is going to be really fun.
And those issues. You guys have a deadline coming up in a week to decide on an international draft. Have you been involved in those conversations at all? Have you been at least keyed in on what's going on?
I've been trying to be around that. It's been pretty tough for me. It's a lot of things going on for me, but I try to. They keeping me in touch with everything. We try to make whatever is the best for those guys down there, because I was part of what was the July 2nd thing and all that kind of stuff, and we want the best for those guys down there. We want the best education and the best sport team for them. Right now, we're trying to make it happen. We're trying to make a deal. I don't know how this thing is going right now because I haven't been involved 100%, but definitely we want to make things better down there.
What would you like to see? Do you think a draft can fix what's going on out there?
I don't know if a draft will be fitting in there, but definitely we need more education for those guys down there. More education, and try to help them better on the field and out of the field to see what kind of man that we can pick it up from there. It's just not only about baseball; it can be outside of baseball too.
One last question on this. There aren't a lot of Latin union reps. Do you feel like you guys are being heard in this? That your voice is going to matter when it comes to making a decision here?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've been part of this. They try to put me in there and try to help the guys as much as I can to take my opinions. I think they've been listening to me and listening to the other guys, and we're going to try to help them as much as we can.
What would you like the union to consider when you guys talk to them about the international draft and the potential of an international draft?
We want to consider what is about the education for the kids, and definitely try to make it fair for everybody about the money stuff and everything down there.
Would you like there to be an international draft?
I mean, it all depends if it's going to help the guys or not. We got to figure out what is going to be best for them and see what we can do about it.
Danny last year in the home run derby. What do you remember the most?
I mean, that run was amazing. To be part of it with him, I'm glad that it ended up in my way. But it shows you how good a player he is and how far he can hit the ball. It's impressive what he can do, or not only hitting it in the mound too.
Did you have any conversation with him?
I tried to, but I don't know too much Japanese, so we tried to communicate. But at the end of the day, it was really fun experience.
How much do you miss he won't attend the home run derby this year? How much do you miss?
I mean, for me, I won't miss it a lot because he made me work a lot. But definitely, the joy that we bring to the home run derby was really cool, and I think that's what fans are gonna miss.
How nice is it having you and Albert here for this last time?
Sorry, what?
Albert Pujols, how nice is it having you and him here from last time?
I mean, it's just great to have him here and be part of the same clubhouse and the same field with him. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna try to pick as much as I can from him and try to enjoy as much as I can.
And how would you describe your relationship with him over the last few years?
I mean, it's been great. He's been like a mentor for us, not only for me, for all the Latin players, and be part of the clubhouse with him again is just amazing.